Yo, it's your host Jake spreading love, man. Before we put, y'all gonna see this episode. Got a lot of shit wrong in it. Apparently I didn't know. What I'm saying, that's really on me. That if Atlanta fucking beat the Saints, that meant the Panthers were gonna be in the playoffs instead of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So when y'all see that, man, don't go too crazy in that comment section, bro. All right, now make sure y'all enjoy this episode. Lock in. Love y'all.
Yo, what is going on, man? It is episode 29.
29.
Big 29. You know the vibes,
Big
man.
29.
It's Big EBG2. Remember that, man. It's E-Booty Game Spreadsheet. Spread the love, eat that, so that seat. You know how we rock in, my fault.
Wow.
You feel me? So it's Jake spreading love, man. You know, it's the host, man. I'm with the co-host.
You already know who it is, man. It's your boy Lex. Welcome back to another episode of Primo Sports.
I
Let's
ain't
go
throw up shit.
game and no hype.
I ain't throw up shit right there. I'm just throwing shit up, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know if y'all see, man, your boy putting on some pounds. You know what I'm saying? Face getting fatter. I've been looking at the videos, noticing a little weight gain and shit. Shout out to Shorty, you know what I mean? She feed me in times that I wouldn't feed myself, you know what I'm saying? Probably up about 10 of them things right now. So, you know what I mean? Shout out that. Eating good, but it's a new year. I gotta lock in, definitely turn this weight into some muscle, you know what I'm saying? But that's just some personal shit that's going on with me. How was your New Year's like? So how you know what I'm saying? You enjoyed it? What you was on?
Yeah, it was a regular day, man.
Yeah.
Nigga like me worked a double.
Mm-hmm.
So, I had to go get that money. That money on.
Yeah, you gotta get it.
But yeah, regular day. Yeah, hoping for big things this year. A lot of good things. So yeah,
Yeah,
see what happens.
yeah, man, definitely gonna be new, improved. You know, Primo Sports moving forward for sure, for sure. We got a couple people that I've talked to that they really want to invest into this journey. And if any of the viewers, man, your subscribers, man, y'all want to come through, contribute in any type of way, we're definitely not opposed to that. You know what I'm saying? We would take any help we could get.
We're not partial to it.
Yeah, man. Even if whatever the suggestions, we're gonna definitely get more mics. Cause I got a lot of friends that want to talk some shit. I got we got family members that we gotta get on here. You know what I mean? Like gotta get Mello, gotta get Brandon on here. Gotta get my brother Jeff on here. He made a brief appearance one time, but you know what I mean. We just get the panel. Maybe have a little segment here and there where we do like the brothers talk about shit. The brothers and the cousins. You know what I'm saying, primo vibes. But that's just what I'm thinking moving forward, and a lot of big things moving forward. Pause. So just getting into it, man. There's a lot of shit going on in sports, obviously, but the main shit right now is the NFL playoffs, man. They cooking up. It's about
Close.
one more
Getting
week.
close.
Last week of football. Um, some divisions are on the line, playoff spots, big games, big implications. That's why the league sets it up like that, where they put the division. They like to put divisional games at the end, just in case there's some shit like this. You got Pittsburgh versus the Ravens for the AFC North title, and obviously to punch yourself into the playoffs. Whoever loses is out of there. This one tonight, the Niners and the Seahawks. It's for a division and a number one seed. But either if one of them loses, they're not out the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? There'll still be a wild card team, I believe. So you're gonna have three teams from the NFC West in the playoffs. You got the Seahawks, and they're formidable. There's nobody that you could look over, which is crazy. So the Seahawks, the Niners, and the Rams will be represented in the NFC playoffs,
That's
and they're
crazy.
from all three from the same division.
Right, same division. They, what I mean, there's a possibility that they would have to see each other, on the way around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you might
Strong
play
possibility.
right. You might play somebody from your division twice in the playoffs. It's crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like two different people, two different teams from your division in one playoff run you might have to run into. You know what I'm saying? And like I said,
And
you
then you
can't.
already done faced them twice this season.
So
'Cause
you
they're
know
in
how
there.
those games are, and you know how those games get,
Those about to be
especially in the
ugly.
playoffs. You know what I'm saying? But previewing tonight, by the time this comes out, the game might have already happened or is on, in progress. So this is just more of when y'all see this, this was our prediction for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Or just how we was looking at the game. 49ers at home, Seattle coming off a big win, beating the Rams. Rams, losing again to Atlanta, so they're pretty much out of it as far as the NFC West goes. And now you got, the Niners in front of them. Seattle has been, I mean, just a crazy surprise to be honest. Like I understood that they had a team, but Sam Darnold, man, you can't doubt that man now. He's done been to two different franchises and made them, very, very good.
Formidable teams.
And had really nice records, but it's about the playoffs when it comes to Sammy boy. So we're gonna see what he do right there. But yeah, man, tonight you got Seattle versus the Niners. Um, what is your prediction for that game? Who do you see coming out on top?
I like the Niners in this one.
Okay.
I like the Niners with this one. I like Brock Purdy to manage the game a little bit better than Donald. Um, but I do feel like it's going to be a close game. I see it 24-21.
21. Okay.
I'm going to go 24-21 Niners. I give them the advantage because they're at home. So because of that, I feel like they're going to be all right. Hopefully, Christian McCaffrey is able to get it going. I don't think Trent Williams playing this game, so that could hurt the Niners as far as blocking goes. But I do think that they can, honestly win this game. Darnold has been pretty good this year, but he has been also too kind of low and down. So that's why I give the Niners the victory.
Yeah, man. I think it's gonna start off real probably. It's I don't think there's any in between with the teams. I feel like it's either gonna be a shootout or it's gonna be a fucking defensive, just grind it out, fucking 10-3 kind of game. You know what I'm saying? Because both defenses are nice. Even though Fred Warner's not there, his backup's been playing good. Seattle's defense is crazy. They've just been hooping the whole year, which is why they've been in this position. Why they're both in this position because defense wins games. You know what I'm saying? They win championships. So they got that. And Brock, if I'm going off of that last game against Chicago, I mean that boy's on fire right now. He's feeling the vibes right now. He out there Dougieing and shit. You know, adding a little white boy with some flavor pause. You know what I'm saying? A little more than just salt and pepper. He might eat some shit with adobo. You know what I'm saying? He might have a couple sazon packets in the cabinet. You know what I'm saying? Like he out here. He could run. He's making all the throws, and mind you, this is without no more Debo Samuel, and Brandon Ayuk has been injured pretty much the whole year. So he's been working with Juwan Jennings and Purcell, and obviously McCaffrey is just McCaffrey. I could see him. I'm hoping he could get two tutties. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm hoping for today. Two tutties. I need Brock with plus 230 on the passing, and I need the Niners to win by 3 pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm going with. I'm rocking with them, but I'm definitely not looking over Seattle because
Definitely not.
the squad is crazy. But at the end of the day, I'm just happy for the game too. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
it.
I'm happy that we got that game.
I'm happy that we got both of these games right now because of the simple fact that their divisional games, and then and with the teams that are playing, with the 4 teams that are playing, they have their records are very similar.
Well, it's actually 6 because right now the Buccaneers and the Panthers are actually playing,
And the
and
records
that's
are
for the
pretty
NFC.
right.
That's for the NFC
And,
South.
and the records are pretty similar. So that's what makes, I think, especially this year, kind of dope. You got teams with similar records, and they're fighting for a division. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's pretty dope. So we'll see what happens today with this the Niners and Seahawks game. But I expect it to be a good one. I think it. Yeah, I got 24-21. I think it's gonna be kind of close. I feel like as long as the Niners are able to tire out that Seahawks defense and actually keep some type of pressure on Sam Darnold, I feel like he will make a mistake. If you put a little bit of pressure on him. So yeah, 24-21 Niners.
Yeah, man. I think Kyle Shanahan's gonna come up with a good game plan. I think just like I mean, honestly, with the Niners coming on like this, it has me a little worried about this Rams pick, to be honest, because I kind of see like the Niners in the same position as the Bills, but even worse because they went to the Super Bowl 2 times within the last like 8 years. You know what I'm saying? 6 years or some shit like that. They've been to the Super Bowl twice and they lost 2 times to Pat Mahomes. Obviously, you ain't gonna have to see him this year. Um, the road to the playoffs though is tough. I mean, to the Super Bowl is gonna be crazy because the NFC is just stacked right now. But I also see it like Kyle Shanahan is like, yo, listen, like we gotta go all the way this year. Like the win, even no Ayuk or whatever. We got Kittle. Oh, Kittle's back too. So let me. I forgot to even mention Kittle. So Kittle being back, you know, I think that's really the key to like he has to stay healthy because the problem is Kittle gets hurt a lot, bro. Like I fuck with Kittle, but that motherfucker be hurt, like all the time, like all the time.
I didn't pick him up for my fantasy this year, and that was one of the reasons why. Because last season I had him, and he just got hurt a few times. So,
when he plays, he's good, but
when he's out there, he's balling for me. So, but yeah, he's definitely a baller. If he's able to stay healthy, then there's a good chance because that last game with the Rams, who they played, they just lost.
The Atlanta.
Yeah, they just played Atlanta and lost that. That, but shit happens, I guess. But it definitely, made you question them a little bit. They should still be straight for the playoffs, but that took them out of the division lead.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yep.
That took them out the division lead. I know they were talking about Stafford, how that might have fucked up Stafford's chances winning an MVP this year. So yeah, there might be some question marks right now with the Rams, but we'll still have to see. And this game right here, though, should be very exciting.
Yeah, for me now, I think it's no question. I think Drake May's the MVP. Just off of Stafford losing to Atlanta like that, like he didn't play good, and it's Atlanta. Like you can't lose that game, and the implications of the game was crazy too because now you knocked yourself out of that. Like he said, now you can't win the division. You're gonna be a wild card team, which means you're probably not gonna have home field advantage now. Rest of the playoffs. You're gonna be on the road.
You're gonna have to be on the road.
Yeah.
If they go to Seattle, that's gonna be hard.
But again, though, I do have to say this: Devontae Adams was not playing. He hasn't been playing, so they're not at full strength right now.
Right.
So I don't know if they're gonna hold that against Stafford. But as of right now, you got to go off. It was so close. It's so close to me that just off of last performance, even though it was against the Jets, it don't matter. Beat the dog shit out of them, and exactly. So kind of like that was the game right there. Week 18, they're both not really like big games anymore. So it's like I mean I don't know where y'all at. Y'all gonna probably still be fighting for that number 1 seed.
I think
But
I
the
think right
Rams,
now we're I think Denver were waiting on like a Denver loss. I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah. Denver has it right now. It's theirs to lose right now.
Right. So, but we locked up the AFC East. So
Which yeah,
is
that
good.
that's gonna be crazy too. Is like,
All I know is they exceeded my expectations because I definitely said it earlier on this year in the podcast that we was going to be a wild card team, and we ended up winning the fucking AFC East. So exceeded my fucking expectations. Appreciate y'all for that.
yeah. And then the Bills again, just folding. Just
And last seconds.
can't trust these motherfuckers. I'm telling
Last seconds of the game, like
they're so crazy. You got praise them.
you could have won that game, bro. You know what I'm saying? It was 13-12. My man was wide open for the 2-point conversion, and you just straight flat out missed it. You know what I mean? Like there wasn't nothing crazy at the line that happened. Everything was there, and he missed it. So you feel me? Like nigga, that's on y'all, man.
Yeah, man. That's why it's like I go over here, I get on here, and I'm like, yo, even though all this bullshit, I still feel like the Bills are gonna fuck around and make the Super Bowl just because of like, the timing. Like it's just the window of shit. Like, bro, you gotta get there at some fucking point. You know what I mean? If not this year, then it's never. Like, what year is it gonna happen? Um, and then the reason why I was saying my shit for the Niners is because they tasted that loss of 2 Super Bowls, so they're hungry, and so are the Bills. Like if I'm going off of who's the hungriest, but then
I gotta ask you,
yeah,
because of that, do you think um do you think the Niners try to move on from Shanahan after this year if there's no Super Bowl? Because of that. Because of the 2 Super Bowl losses. I'm not this is a legit question. Like it's not like
it's almost like I don't like football. Is like it's crazy because I feel like in football the coaches get held on to longer when they have good records and they make the playoffs. Like look at how long Mike Tomlin's been, in the Steelers. Look at how long like you had people like
John Harbaugh.
John Harbaugh, but yeah, he been there for a minute. You had people like this dude Marvin, the dude that used to coach the fucking Bengals back in the day. Marvin Lewis, like you had him, bro. He was there for dumb long, and they was losing every year in the first round, but they was winning 12 games. You feel me?
Right.
So it's like it seems like if you win a lot of regular season games, because of how hard it is to win games in the NFL, you're more likely to be kept around for longer versus like basketball.
That's a great point though, because in basketball, it's like you could be winning.
Look at Mike Malone, bro.
And they're like, nope, we're out of here.
Look at Mike Malone, bro. He just
and he
won
still,
a chip
and he still hasn't gotten a job.
It's crazy.
So you got a point. That's a great
point. Like look at what they did to old boy from the Bucks with Doc Rivers. You know what I'm saying?
He had
like
them second in the East,
and then they just get rid of him.
And they got rid of him to go grab Doc.
Tibbs with us. He left like about 4 years, but went to the Eastern Conference Finals and then loses your job. Then you lose your job.
Which is crazy.
Like that's how basketball works. In football, it's like I think it's just because of how difficult it is to win games and like to win 12 games consistently or win double-digit games consistently. You get to keep your job a little longer.
Not that it's not hard in any other sport. Don't get me wrong.
So like with Kyle, I feel like his job's not in jeopardy because I mean the record is crazy good.
And he's obviously getting you there.
And he's not like losing first round and shit. He be getting deep into the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like you feel like it's right there.
Right, like it could be just a play or maybe a player. You know what I mean? I feel what you're saying.
So I feel like he'll be all set. I think, but maybe another year of this, you gotta start evaluating. Like, brother, like I don't know, like is it you? But like how we always say, man. I always say it's the players at the end of the day, bro. His play schemes are obviously good. His play calling is obviously good if he can win this many games. It's just up to the players to execute this shit.
Right. Who's locked in?
Yeah, and he's a brilliant football mind. So as far as like clock management and all of that shit, I ain't worried about him fucking up a game like that. Like you feel me by like calling a bad timeout or kicking a field goal when he should have went for it, or
Right.
whatever the fuck. Like I don't see him doing those type of mistakes. So it's like
Yeah, no, he's a
good
pretty
coach.
good decision maker.
Yeah,
No, he is.
it's just about getting the it got to be a player thing or just a play and execution in that moment type of shit because they're not executing obviously when it matters because you haven't won the big game yet, you know. But you've gotten there twice, so the hunger, especially for somebody like Kittle too. That's what I'm saying. Like Kittle gotta stay healthy because out of all of them, he's really the one that was there for both of them shits. Purdy wasn't there for both of them. He was there for the last one. You know what I'm saying? So Kittle's, you know, I'm not. What I'm trying to say is, watch out. The Niners might fuck around and just make the Super Bowl on some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just the trajectory, and then this game really matters. This
Like,
game
don't
really
sleep if
matters.
you
Like,
don't,
what
like,
happens with this game? You know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
don't sleep if you don't see, like, you might fuck around and see, like, the Bears in the fucking NFC fucking championship.
Might be Bears Niners, which was a
Yo.
crazy game, which was a
Just
crazy
because,
game, 42-38.
like,
It was just crazy.
The turnaround that the Bears had, you know, so like when they got the coordinator, the offensive coordinator from the Lions over to them, and then you just see how everything changed with the Lions offensively, where it's like what happened to him, and then now you see what happened with Caleb, and he's just been out here balling.
Yeah.
What are they,
Make
12
sure
and 3?
make sure y'all check
Something
out
like that?
episode 28, man. We busted, you
I
know what I
think
mean?
I think he's like
We broke
13
that
and
down a little bit.
I think he's like 13 and 3 or something like that. The Bears,
They're like 12
and 3,
4,
12 and
something
4,
like
something
yeah.
like that. But either way, like the turnaround that they had, bro, like I wouldn't be surprised if you see them against, like, you know what I mean, somebody like the fucking either the Seahawks. Don't get it twisted, because they could,
You can't
you know,
sleep on
get
the
there.
Eagles either.
You know what I'm saying? The Eagles, just because of their experience. The only thing about the Eagles is like, what Eagles are you gonna get?
But yeah, we don't know.
So
But are they a team that when the playoff comes, they
do they know how to turn it on?
you feel me? So we don't know. That's the NFC is like the
Interesting.
craziest shit. But then
It's
now
interesting.
go back to the AFC with this shit. You got Lamar going against Aaron Rodgers, you feel me, for the division and a playoff spot. Whoever loses this is out of there, right? If we're talking about hunger, and then that's gotta have like Josh Allen, like fuck, like Lamar might be in this bitch. I gotta go against, even though he got him out of there. He only got him out of there because fucking Mark Andrews, yeah, like
he dropped the ball,
and he fumbled in the another possession that was crazy too off a big ass play. So you know what I'm saying?
And yeah, that's one of those, like, fuck, even though their record may say something different, you still don't want to see them in the playoffs, just because it's like you got Henry
Lamar
back here running.
Yeah, and Henry.
And then last week, the way he was running last week, bro.
He might be catching.
Nah,
you know
bro.
what I mean?
He might be catching that second win, bro, and he
Yeah.
might be on it like, nah, we're 8-8. I'm not feeling this. I'm trying to get to these playoffs and make, cause some ruckus.
That's the reason why I went here.
You know what I'm
that's the
saying?
reason why I got out of Tennessee. I came here to get chippy, bro.
To get a chip. And like, I got Lamar with me. You know what I'm saying? Lamar, I think he sat out last week, so he should be all right. You know what I'm saying? At least healthy enough to play. You know what I mean? To give it a go. And shit.
And you can't sleep on the Texans either. Fuck around. Defense is crazy,
bro.
They can shut down anyone, bro. I'm telling you.
They remind me of back in like when the Ravens, when they didn't, like, in like that 2001 era.
2000s, yeah.
Yeah, when they had like a crazy defense and the offense was like, you know what I'm saying? That's what it reminds me of. Like, that's scary, because if you can't score and they only put up like 13 points, but you can't score, that's gonna suck.
And Stroud could really, you never know, he might light you up. He could light you up because in that aspect they're in a better position than the Ravens were, because the Ravens had Trent Dilfer. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say CJ Stroud better than Trent Dilfer, and they got Nico Collins and shit. So
they still got Nico back there running.
You know, they got Nico Collins. They got they got some good weapons. I think D'Amico Ryan, the coach. I mean, that's that motherfucker a dog. I remember watching him play. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a savage, bro. So I think he's got them going crazy. I feel like the NFC is stronger, but the AFC is still you can't sleep on
can't
those
sleep
shit
on
either.
because you still got teams over there that are just doing shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just feel like there's more games that like if they're playing against each other, I could say, oh, they're gonna beat them more confidently than in the NFC. You know what I'm saying? Cause
in the NFC, it's really really tight. Pause. Like with the records and the teams themselves and how good the teams themselves are, because they're all pretty. They all like 10+ wins. You feel me? They're all like right on each other's heels, a game behind, half a game behind. So it's really weird over there in the NFC right now. But these playoffs about to be ill.
yeah.
I know that.
But so let's get into the Ravens and Pittsburgh game. And tomorrow, you know, like I said, it's for the division, or somebody gotta go home, get the fuck up out of here. Aaron Rodgers, I gotta give him credit. He's in a position to either get to the playoffs or not, but he's in that position. You know, they should have if they would have won last week. Obviously, they would have been fine, but they didn't. Um, fucking Pittsburgh got the DK Metcalf. They got a good defense. It's gonna be like I feel like it's gonna be one of those because the Ravens defense is starting to click now too. It's gonna be one of those grimy games tomorrow, dog. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a dog fight. It's gonna be a dog fight tomorrow.
It's gonna be just like back when it was when Ben and fucking Flacco.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In that era where it was like the Ravens and the Steelers were just always like this, bro. You know, and I feel like that's what it's gonna be like tomorrow. It's gonna be a real ugly game. It's gonna be a lot of drama. It's gonna be a lot of emotion and passion in
Oh
that
yeah,
game
it's gonna be a couple fights.
the teams, one, the rivalry, you feel me? The records, the implications, bro. It's you got everything that you need. You got a whole fucking, caldero, just all fucking with all types of fucking drama in it, and it's just waiting to fucking pop.
Yeah.
You feel me? And the shit is the stove on hot.
Yeah.
And the pop is about to pop, bro. It's about to be an ill game. Yeah. I got the Ravens, pause edging them out in this one, just because I like them. Fan Lamar, I think if he's playing, he's always a factor, bro. As long as if he gets out of that pocket, it's a problem. It has to be the others around him though. I feel like people like Zay Flowers, great receiver, in big moments though, you gotta learn how to hold the ball.
Cause he be fumbling like
you
a
feel
bitch.
me? You gotta learn how to hold the ball because that's how we beat you. You feel me? So hold the ball. Expect him and Andrews. You know what I'm saying? And fucking Henry too. You know what I'm saying? But if Lamar's able to get out that pocket, bro, it's gonna be a problem for the Steelers.
Yeah, nah, for sure. And I mean, the thing was though, there was a question whether he was gonna play or not, and that's why gotta give him credit, man. That's what a real motherfucker do. You feel me? When it's your team and it's playoffs on the line, they don't care about no little bullshit injury, man. Especially it's football, man.
Because I feel like
pads and go out there.
That's why I feel like he didn't play last week.
Yeah, because he was saving it. He was like, look, Hundley could hold it down.
And he did.
And I got full confidence. Shout out Hundley for getting them, holding down, getting the dubs. I'm saying that they needed crucial games, but the defense has been crazy,
And then this nigga Henry he ran and then Lamar 200 last week, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And he's going stupid right now. So Lamar coming back. He knows what time it is. You know what I'm saying? I think it's, but at the same time, you can't sleep. That's still Aaron Rodgers back there. I know he old, but he's still fucking paws. He's still slinging that thing around. You know what I'm saying? Big paws on that. DK Metcalf is still a game changer type of player. They got a good running game. Mm-hmm. They got a good team. Mike Tomlin, great coach. I mean, this is the game to watch as if you're a fan of violence. You know what I'm saying? If you're a fan of straight up, somebody might get knocked out tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? There might be somebody like this. Yeah. There might be that.
All these games are evenly matched.
Yeah.
All the teams are evenly matched. You know what I'm saying? From each position.
Yeah, especially like Niners, Seahawks, Ravens, Steelers, and then even what's going on right now,
Records
with the
from the
Buccaneers and
records to the coaching to the
let me check
players.
what's going on with that game.
Like yo, these games right now are very evenly matched. It's gonna be dope to see what happens tomorrow in this Ravens Steelers game. Um, yeah, hopefully Lamar's
And
able to pull it up. Pause.
officially, the Buccaneers are in the playoffs. They beat them 16-14.
Look how close a game that was.
What an ugly.
These are what these games are gonna be like from here on out. These aren't gonna be no
It's
blowout
one
games.
score game. One score.
It's
one
one
score.
possession game.
Yeah.
It's gonna come down to field goals. It's gonna be a lot of situational football being played.
Yeah.
There's gonna be tons of situational football, and if you're a football fan, this is gonna be fucking spectacular for you because you're gonna be yelling at your TV even if you're not a fan.
Roll
of
up
these
your
teams.
joint.
Just chill.
Get your beer.
Yo,
get
just
your
tell Shorty,
drink.
just make you dinner, lunch for the day. She could
Yeah.
go out, go do your thing with your girls, go hang with your moms, go do whatever. Just let me be right here and
It's
let
the
me
last
yell at
week.
the TV.
It's the last week of football, baby.
I just
Come
want to
on.
yell at the TV.
last week of regular season football.
Can I just yell at the TV?
It's the playoff, baby. It's the playoffs.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're not a fan of these particular teams, but you're just a fan of football, you're gonna have a lot of good football to watch.
Yeah.
A lot of good football, and then once you get into the playoffs, it's gonna get better.
Yeah, man. So make your motherfucking parlays. You feel me? We appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. That's a wrap on this episode. Gotta go watch some of these games. I done put a little parlay in for, like I said, for the Niners. I gotta peep that. Knicks about to come on in a second. You know, we really doing this shit, man. We really motherfucking doing this shit. 2026. You know what I mean? Starting it off, first episode of 2026. Even though I posted one today that was from last year technically. So this is the first episode of 2026, man. It's in the motherfucking books, man. It's your host Jake spreading love. I'm signing off. Any parting words for them likes? You know what I'm saying?
Man, enjoy your weekend, enjoy your games, like, comment, subscribe.
I'll at y'all, man. All love.